special from Avicolli's on 7839 Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York, right down the street from Liverpool High School. I'm always happy to be here with you where sports meets life. I am here with the coaches. We had the girls special and the boys special. Now we have the coaches of both from Liverpool. So we have the girls coach Erica Chetwin and the boys coach Tim Daughton. Please give Coach Chetwin and Coach Daughton a round of applause. So with that being said, Erica, you have the mic first.
I do.
So how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We're doing well. You said you're going to do your Power 10 voice.
I don't think we want that. That might scare some people away.
So you heard the student athletes. How would you describe the Power 10?
So the Power 10 can be used in different ways. When we're warming up, it's to get the heart rate up, get those stroke rates a little bit higher. In rowing, we don't go off a mile per hour to go over strokes per minute. So I might say you're going to take a Power 10 at a 32. So you're going to take 32 strokes per minute, kind of hit that rate, bring it back down. If we're doing a Power 10 race-wise, it's usually to make a move on an opponent, or to kind of, just get ourselves in a better position when we're rowing. In the spring, we race head-to-head. We have lanes in some race courses, so the goal is obviously to get there first, but that Power 10 is to really get us moving and surging towards that finish line, or to catch up or push away an opponent.
Who do you think yells the Power 10 at a higher pitch, you or Coach Daughton?
I'm hoping me.
Who's louder overall?
Well, he's a lot taller, so he's got more room to be like,
Yeah.
whoo. But I think I can get pretty loud if I need to get their attention. They're chatty,
Yeah.
so sometimes I have to be like, hey, like, I'm here.
Yeah.
But I can get my voice up if I need to.
All right. Coach Daughton, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
Doing well. Happy to have you back. So for you, besides the Power 10, if there's something that you need, if there's like a tool in the toolbox that you're going to go to during a race, what's something that you can share with us?
So my big thing is rhythm, making sure that we're all in time together and rhythm. And the guys will hear me say this term quite a lot, is place and push. So the biggest thing is making sure our oars are in the water before we initiate the stroke. If you actually start to push with your legs, initiate the stroke, but your oar hasn't gone in the water yet, you're actually moving the boat backwards. So the biggest thing that we focus on is rhythm, and then just making sure we're in the water before we start to drive.
Why do you love the sport?
I love it because, it is, I know everyone says this about their sport, but this is an ultimate team sport in the sense that, let's imagine you're in a basketball game. You really could have one or two players elevate their play and win you a game. In rowing, everyone has to have their A game every time. If one person is off, the whole boat struggles. You can't have a Jake Knapp or a Louis Doretta step up and win you a race. It has to be all 8 people on their game every stroke the whole way down the course.
So working in unison at all times. Can't take a stroke off, essentially. So Erica, for you, what do you love about the sport? What keeps you in it?
He obviously talked about the teamwork aspect of it, so I'll talk about something different. But one thing, there is nothing that compares to being on the water. We're very lucky where we are. We have rivers, we have a lake, so we have a lot of access to really nice water when it's not flooding or snowing or being 20 degrees outside. But even the early mornings, or when you see the sunrise or the sunset, or you're on a good lake day, there's nothing that compares to it. You can hear the rowers when they're in unison, how their oars are making the sound, how it's kind of cutting through the water, and it's kind of hard to describe unless you haven't heard it, but it kind of gives me those goosebumps.
Can you close your eyes and know if they're in unison at this point?
I could. I'm driving a launch boat, so we don't want to do that. I have a motorized vehicle, so to speak.
I'm just saying, if there was a prank or something, if you were
Yes.
stationary,
Yes.
can you be because I always say when it comes to basketball, I can close my eyes and be I think I know what defense they're in. There's just weird stuff you can do with
Yeah.
the sport. Erica, tell me something good about Tim.
Hello, Tim. Tim and I complement very well because we have different types of organizational skills. So he's really good at doing the managing of the emails and the secretarial stuff side of things, and I feel like I'm the one that's like, all right, I'm gonna organize this, this, and this at the boathouse, and when we need this, this is where we get it. So we kind of both take different roles on helping each other, which is kind of rare because in most sports it's like, this is the girls' team, this is the boys' team. But in our sport, we really do rely on each other 24/7 and the other coaches around us. So I think we'd be lost without each other.
Yeah.
Okay, reliable.
Yes.
All right, Tim, tell me something good about Erica.
No, I would agree. Like if you look around our boathouse, things are definitely like more organized in the sense that like we really do. Like we had a box of just parts. If we needed to find something to fix the boat quickly, that would never happen prior to Erica coming in. Now we can go back there. You know, we know where all the washers are, where all the spaces are. It just everything is where it's supposed to be. And like I said, I like doing the managerial side of things, so we definitely complement each other in that same way. So
Nuts and bolts, managerial.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I can respect that. Tim, what is it about this year's team that you're so excited about? The things that you kind of just think to yourself when you wake up in the morning like, hey, I'm proud I got this team in 2026 because blank.
Well, one of the things is this year our team is really young. We only have a handful of returning varsity members. We graduated, I think, 9 seniors last year, so we are very young. I have 1 senior, which is Jake Knapp. So I'm excited about what this year can come.
What am I going to do without Jake?
Well, it'll be a big loss.
Alumni.
I mean, he's got a great erg score, which is, translates to the speed in the boat. But I look forward to developing these newer rowers because I think we have the bones to really have an amazing 8-person boat going into next year if we see that development continue.
So for you, Erica, what is it about your team, which is standing right off camera in front of you, many of them?
Hi, ladies.
What is it about them as they look upon you that makes you believe something special could happen with what's upcoming?
Yeah, kind of like Tim, I also have a very young team. Last year I graduated 14 seniors. The year before that I graduated 13. And the year before that was also double digits. This year I have 2. So it's nice to know that I have a lot of young talent coming out. And the girls that have made the varsity team this year, I kind of call them my grinders. I give them numbers I want them to hit. They're going to hit those numbers. They're going to do the workouts I give them. There really isn't a bar that they're not willing to reach. So it's nice to see that I have this young talent. They're willing to reach for it. So it gives me lots of endless possibilities this year.
And you talked about when we were off the air, you also teach 7-year-olds?
I do. I teach 2nd grade for Syracuse City.
2nd grade for Syracuse City.
Yes.
So bring me into what that life is like and what you love about it.
It's interesting. Teaching's definitely changed over the years, but what I love about 2nd grade is they're still young enough to love school, so I'm still kind of cool, but they're old enough where I can still kind of be sarcastic with them, and still keep learning fun. They're still in it. I'm not a testing year yet, 3rd grade's where you start the state test, so I don't have to really worry about that. But I just like that I can kind of shape the youth and keep some hope for them.
I like that. I can appreciate that. Tim, you're working with the body, chiropractic work. So what do you love about that?
Yeah, I mean, every day is a new challenge. We have patients that come in and they can have all sorts of things. It can be something going on with their spine. It could be a hip, a shoulder, so everyone's different. But it's mainly the personalities and the people, right? So, you're not hopefully just treating whatever they have going on, but you're hopefully returning them to a better function so they can enjoy the things they like to do. Like, you like to play basketball. So if you come in and you can't do what you love because you're in pain, that's going to affect your overall quality of life. So if we can help you return to that stuff, that's really what matters.
Right, and the hope is that you won't need them, right?
Correct.
The hope is that you get sent out to go live your life and do your thing.
Be functional, yeah.
So we're going to do some rapid fire, but the coaches are going to get a couple questions, and I'm going to get to give a couple questions. So, Tim, what's your question for me? Your first one for me.
If you had the opportunity to learn any new skill, what would it be?
Any new skill? Man. I want to be a pole vaulter. I would love to learn that. because I feel like it just defies all laws of everything. But if someone's like, you can't, I'd be like, no, like if somebody didn't know, because I do, so I can play pool, but a lot of people don't listen to the internet. A lot of people don't know that I can play pool, so I play real stupid. And I'm like, oh, what is this game? And then I'll play, and if you want to bet me, it might not be a good day for you. I want to be able to be a pole vaulter that nobody knows about, so that I can just be like, oh, what's this? And they'll be like, you can't try that, you're going to hurt yourself. And then I just do the thing and flip over, and it's awesome. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool stunt, something that's really hard to do. So I would say that, or learn how to juggle. I don't know why, that was like the first one on my mind, was I want to learn how to juggle. So, my question back to you, Tim. You're going to have dinner at Avicolli's with any three singers, band members, anything like that. So it's going to be a musical table. Who are you eating with at Avicolli's? 3 of them.
So just singers or musicians in general?
Whatever you want. Can I have you plug that into right over there while you're saying it, so we don't lose you? Thank you. We're using all the juice of Avicolli's right now. I apologize, Avicolli's. So yeah,
okay.
three singers or musicians.
Ooh, the first one that comes easily off the top of my head is I play guitar, and one of my favorite guitarists of all time is Derek Trucks, who plays with Tedeschi Trucks. His uncle was the drummer for the Allman Brothers Band, so that would be number one. Again, I might have to just stay along the lines of Dave Grohl would be another one from the Foo Fighters, and the last one, that's a tough one. Probably Dave Matthews feel like as well.
Dave Matthews?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Erica, we've never played this before.
I know.
What's your question, or your first one for me?
So how did you know this was your calling? Like what about this? You're like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post up in this booth and I'm going to talk to people.
I have never had a fear of like going into a room and talking and trying to bring people together. Like if I'm in a room full of people that are uncomfortable, you're gonna have to fight me to not laugh. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna have a good time, and when I leave that room, my goal is to walk into a room, bring everybody together so I can leave and everybody can have a good time. I don't need to be the center of anything. I just want to be the thing that maybe the match, so to speak.
Okay.
But I don't have to be the fire. I just have to be the match to throw it. So, I mean, yeah, I was never afraid to talk in public. Been singing since I was 3. So singing in public, talking in public, doing comedy, like wanting to make people laugh. It's just something that doesn't. I call it the four steps, where like if I'm walking up on a stage and let's say there's 1 million people in the stands. I walk up on the stage and I go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and then you hand me the microphone, gone. Every worry, every care, and then I just look out in the crowd and I go, they're about to have the best night of their life. I hope they're ready to laugh tonight. Like the confidence, I don't know I believe in God. I believe in myself and what I can do, but there's just something about you give me a microphone and I have no fear.
I love that.
At all. So that's why I joke with my parents, but I also don't joke with my parents. Like, I'd run for president, not even to win. I would run just to let people know the truth and try to make a difference. Because I'm going to make those people uncomfortable on stage if they let me debate them, for sure. All right, Erica, my question for you. So you're going to have dinner here at Avicolli's with 3 people, but you can choose anyone from the entertainment industry. Doesn't have to be music. Any entertainer, anyone, anywhere, through space and time. Who are your 3 dinner buddies?
I love the show The Office. Just
Great
as,
show.
Something to kind of keep in the background while I'm cleaning or doing schoolwork or coaching lineups and things. I've seen all the seasons multiple times. So I feel like I would probably just choose need a good Dwight Schrute dinner, Michael Scott, I kind of want to talk to them about how did you keep a straight face during filming XYZ, and I just think it would be kind of fun to hang out with them because I think in real life they kind of are somewhat like their characters, to an extent, so I just think that would be a very entertaining dinner.
So you got 2, Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute. Who's your
Jim.
third?
I need Jim.
Jim. All right.
Yep.
John Krasinski.
Yes.
Okay, I feel it.
Good old Johnny.
All right, Coach Tim Daughton, what's your last question for me?
Oh, I get a second question.
You get a second question.
Ooh.
The coach is a double rapid fire.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Okay. I guess if you could travel anywhere and visit any country, which one would it be?
I sat in this booth for a long time and said Italy, but I went last year with my dad, finally. And I want to go back in a heart. I brought my dad to see the movie Solo Mio with Kevin James because I'm like, I think this will get him to want to. The lights came on, he turned and he went, we have to go back. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I mean, there's a Tortora, Italy. It's a beach and a marina. Fantastic food. There's mountains. I got to broadcast from the beach of my nail. Like, that's insane. So I got to climb a mountain in Maddaloni where my dad's family grew up outside of Naples. I climbed the mountain to the Stations of the Cross, got to the top, and it feels like heaven because there's like not a lot of people to get up to the top of it, and it's all quiet, and there's a chapel inside, there's a church outside. You can't speak when you're up on top. You have to be quiet and reverent. So, I mean, Italy was incredible. But I would say Spain. I have family in Spain and in Italy. And my family in Spain, they'll watch the show, they'll like listen. And so I got to know them through social media. And they told me, just get a plane ticket. You got a place to sleep, you got food, just get here. And so I'd like to go see them, for sure. All right, Tim, my question back to you. If you could send Erica on an all-expense-paid trip, thanking her for all the work she's done, where would you send her and why?
Well, not knowing where she would want to go, that's a big hindrance, but
Anywhere.
I've been to Aruba twice, and it's one of my favorites. So I would probably send it to Aruba because it's pretty amazing. So.
I would take it.
All right, Aruba. Nice. Okay, Erica, what's your last question for me?
So why Syracuse? What brought you here?
It's my home. I mean, I've lived in Pennsylvania. I've lived in Florida. And I dug a lot of roots in Florida. It's the second hub of my company. But there's just something about coming home. And I mean, I've worked at 3 ESPN affiliates, Fox Online, Yahoo affiliate. And people were like, why Syracuse? And I said, if I'm going to put my name on the door of my company, why wouldn't I do it at home? This is my city. These are my people. There's a Macklemore line that I think about all the time with, I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. So I feel like this city should have a lot of love. I think the student athletes and the people here should get the spotlight. And I didn't see anybody doing what I'm trying to do, so I'm trying to do it the right way. And I mean, I get to travel all over the world. I've broadcasted coast to coast, north to south, all over Florida, Italy. I broadcasted live from Rome, live from Capri. So to me, it's like I've been to the Bahamas, Mexico broadcasting. So I get the best of both worlds. I get to be in my hometown, digging my company roots, and then I get to travel the world, spreading the show and spreading positivity and laughter and all that, faith. And I don't know, I'm like, how can you beat that? How can you beat being home and abroad and you don't have to pick one?
Yeah.
And my parents are here, and I love my mom and dad, and if I didn't come home, I wouldn't have gotten to spend time with my grandmothers before they passed away. And I don't live with regret, and I feel like I would have regretted that.
Yeah.
So, home is home.
Yep.
And I'll tell anybody how much I love Syracuse. So, by the way, shout out Jerry McNamara. He's home. So let's go, Jerry. Happy to have Jerry back. And I've never seen people more excited in the last, I don't even know. Erica, my question to you. Erica, you're going to create a meal. And it's going to be the Erica Chetwin. So they're going to walk into a restaurant and go, give me the Chetwin. And people are just going to know what it is. What restaurant are you going to have it at? Avicolli's. And what is going to be the meal? Tell me the meal. And I want a dinner and a dessert.
Oh.
So it's like the Chetwin special.
All right.
So tell me what it's going to be.
Let's see. So shout out to my mom. She's Puerto Rican, and when I played sports for Liverpool, all our team dinners was Spanish food. She was kind of like the mom in the neighborhood. Like people would come and they would be like, "Oh, I'm having dinner at your mom's house." Even when I was at college, I'm like, "Oh, tell her I said hi. I'm in Rochester." But the meals were always like fajitas. She always do like chicken or like a pulled beef fajita with Spanish rice and beans. So I feel like when people like come over to our house, they're like, "What can mom make us the Spanish meal?" And I would try to make it like her, and I think I've gotten pretty good at it. But I feel like that would probably be my meal, just because it kind of has been the meal that my friends and family have known for as me with sports and things, especially locally. Dessert-wise, though, I think I'd have to make some sort of like empanada, some sort of, I don't know, some sort of dessert empanada. I haven't tried it, but I'm willing to figure it out. I'll see if my mom will do a team dinner for you guys.
I can tell you, having Italian and Hispanic blood, I'm spoiled. So you're talking about the food, and I'm like,
Yep.
yeah. And my buddy Enrique Cruz, who's going into the NFL draft in less than 3 weeks. He's Puerto Rican, so we were talking all about his culture. And I said to him, I go, "You're my VP." So I said, "You run with me, we win." His grandma's making rice, and we're doing like a barbecue on the front lawn of the White House. I was like, "We got to do that." I was like, "Grandma's rice." That was the first thing that he picked. So we're going to end on a good food note and appreciating the culture. So with that being said, for Erica and for Tim, myself, Dan Tortora, this has been a 3-part series of Liverpool Crew on-site on location at Avicolli's. You can go and see Liverpool up the road. You can see Avicolli 7 days a week. As always, on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, we thank you for being with us. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Erica. Thanks, Tim. Y'all have a good night. You were on the phone.